Let's welcome Egberto to the broadcast, my fellow.
I'm just
Hey,
saying
how's everybody doing this morning?
Hey,
Go
Hey,
ahead.
things are great. I love the passion that I just heard that's going on right there. That is so important for the movement, so important for the movement. But we have to turn the passion into action. But I tell you what, national news, the name of the game right now is socialism. That is what everybody is talking about. That is a new fear tactic that's going out. In fact, I'm here at Starbucks. I was just speaking to a woman whose son was a staunch supporter of progressive ideas, and suddenly, because of what's going on in the country right now, they went ahead and started talking about socialism. And he is picked up the mantra in thinking that what these guys are talking about is bad for him, even though everything that we know, it is good. We're talking about uh, po- democratic progressive policies here is good for him. So one of the things that I want to say is we're going to have to change and start working on the narrative going forward to ensure that people are hearing the things that they need to hear relative to what's going to move us forward. If we take a look at the polls say the people want the things that those like us want, and somehow it's not happening, something that we have to work on.
You're right. You're right. You're right. David, you want to jump in right there?
I think Egberto is absolutely right that socialism is on the agenda right now, but it means a lot of different things. I was listening to Bernie Sanders on MSNBC last night, and what he's talking about is not necessarily socialism in the sense of government ownership of the means of production, but of an expanded and extended welfare state. And in order to do that, in order to implement that, we really need to have a strategy, and the strategy is about counterposing money power with mass movements and mass organization, and to do that, we really need to resolve the contradictions within the 90%. That is the racial inequalities that exist within our the vast majority of the people. So there are public opinion polls, like Berto, that you're talking about, where people are told, we need to redistribute income to people, to the lower income folks, in the country, to make things more equal. Everybody agrees. 80% of people agree. But if you use the word welfare, which is a code word that has been used to racialize that income redistribution, then the proportion of the positive responses goes way down. Obviously, because whites are thinking white is really what it comes down to. So I think that we cannot simply and I think that Bernie Sanders has a tendency to do this. We can't simply say everybody, all the 90% get together, without understanding that there are inequalities that we need to resolve among ourselves.
I agree with all of that, David. I do want to say something before my time is out, and that is that I want us. I would love progressives out there, all the different shows that are out there right now, to make sure to not cave into the belief, or as Robbie was saying last week, not to fear the word, because what they have us doing as Democrats right now is fearing the word, running from the word, running for what it really means. The fact that Webster Dictionary says socialism means controlling all the means of productions is a fallacy. That's communism. It's a difference. The definition in the dictionary is incorrect. We have to start. I think we have to get on top of the message, as opposed to allowing them to dictate the message. And when we control the message, we can then express to people what we want. In my humble opinion, of course.
And I think we have to educate so many people on what it is. So many people just really don't know, Egberto, what this is and why this is even important to them.
That is exactly right, Tamara. That is exactly what we have to do. And I agree with you 100%. And that's why your show is so important. And that's why all the subsequent shows that we need to put together going forward, I think is so important. So keep up doing the great work that you guys are doing out there.
Thank you. And you can find Egberto on Politics Done Right. It's www.politicsdoneright.com. He does a broadcast every single day. He is fighting hard for what is right for all people. So Egberto, we look forward to having you back on next week with the national political update.
Thank you so kindly, Tamara. Bye, Robbie. Bye, David. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.